I really did the scene, you know, and she throws her arms around.
Oh, yeah, that scene.
Scary.
How'd you like it?
I like it.
Go ahead, Genie.
He's gone!
I Dream of Jeannie wasn't just a magical sitcom. It was a censorship nightmare wrapped in pink satin, hidden pregnancies, and pure creative chaos that turned a whiskey bottle into television's most iconic prop while breaking every network rule in the book. One actor's daily routine included champagne, marijuana, and pills that nearly destroyed his career. One belly button was so scandalous that censors banned it from primetime television.
Yes, I've heard rumours about whether you were allowed to show your belly button, whether you weren't allowed to show your belly button. What was the actual rules at the time?
No belly button. No.
And one chimp named Sam bit crew members while secretly insulting the competition. These are 90 explosive facts about I Dream of Jeannie. But wait until the end, because the bonus fact reveals why the world's most famous Genie bottle started life in a liquor store. Cross your arms and blink twice. We're about to shatter some magical memories. Fact 1, the brass bottle connection.
Now, after 4 years of lessons, all I end up is with chopsticks.
The inspiration for I Dream of Jeannie came from the 1964 film The Brass Bottle, starring Tony Randall as an architect who discovers a genie whose favors cause more harm than help. Barbara Eden even played Randall's fiancée in that movie, essentially auditioning for her television destiny without knowing it. Sometimes your next big break is hiding in your current small role. Fact 2, the song that named a show.
Do you not like music?
Yes, of course, I love it.
The show's title was inspired by the 1854 parlor song Genie with the Light Brown Hair, which contains the line, I dream of Genie with a light brown hair. Sidney Sheldon took a century-old romantic ballad and transformed it into television magic. Classic melodies sometimes carry the seeds of future entertainment empires buried in their lyrics. Fact 3, the full script pitch.
It is my new gown for your debut. Do you like it?
Sidney Sheldon pitched I Dream of Jeannie by dictating a complete script rather than the typical short outline most producers expected from creators. His confidence in the concept was so absolute that he refused to summarize. It was all or nothing from the first meeting. Bold creative decisions sometimes require refusing to compromise your vision into bite-sized pieces. Fact 4, the theme song that took time.
You do not really wish to play the piano, do you?
The famous opening theme song wasn't added until season 2. Season 1 used completely different intro music while producers debated which direction to take. Hugo Montenegro's jazzy composition became iconic, but viewers didn't hear it until the show had already found its audience. Sometimes the most memorable elements arrive fashionably late to the party. Fact 5, the animated opening. Everyone remembers
That's the piano from the recreation hall. Where did he get that?
the season. Two animated opening sequence by Dipachi Freleng became the version burned into cultural memory, with its swirling colors and magical transformations perfectly capturing the show's whimsical spirit. That cartoon introduction influenced how audiences perceived the entire series, proving animation could enhance live-action storytelling. First impressions often become lasting impressions through clever presentation. Fact 6, the NASA connection that launched dreams.
Major Nelson's fingers are precious. Yes, sir. You watch out for all doors. Careful here.
The show owes much to NASA's space program. Tony Nelson was an astronaut during the height of America's space race fever. The cast visited Florida, where Barbara Eden, in full Genie costume, helped launch a weather rocket for publicity. Real space exploration provided the perfect backdrop for magical fantasy adventures. Fact 7, Barbara Eden's astronaut dinner.
This is a heat test chamber, Genie. We're trying to find out how much heat a human body could stand.
Barbara Eden dined with Buzz Aldrin before Apollo 11, giving him a kiss on the cheek for good luck before his historic moon mission. She connected fictional space adventure with real lunar exploration, bridging entertainment and scientific achievement. Sometimes television stars become part of actual history through simple gestures of encouragement and support. Fact 8, the California disguised as Florida.
I wonder what it's going to be like to be the first man to land on the moon.
Tony's supposed Cocoa Beach house was actually a Los Angeles location, and the exterior NASA building was Edwards Air Force Base in California. Production magic transformed West Coast landscapes into East Coast settings through clever camera work. Geographic authenticity mattered less than convincing storytelling and budget management. Fact 9, the Jim Beam bottle. That became iconic.
You know, King Lear.
Well, if you're having any trouble getting cooperation.
Genie's bottle was originally a 1964 Jim Beam whiskey decanter that that prop masters transformed into television's most famous magical container. 12 different bottles were used during filming, with the original hero bottle eventually donated to the Smithsonian. Sometimes the most legendary props start as ordinary consumer products waiting for creative transformation. Fact 10. Barbara's bank vault bottle.
Do you realize what a great burden of responsibility it would be to have that talent in your finger?
Barbara Eden owned the original hero bottle and stored it in a bank vault like a precious jewel, before eventually donating it to the Smithsonian Institution. She treated a repurposed whiskey decanter with the reverence usually reserved for priceless artifacts. Great props transcend their humble origins to become cultural treasures worth protecting. Fact 11. The Pink Palace interior.
Yeah, well, it would be fun if I had time for it, but, well, I'm scheduled to do
The inside of Genie's bottle was decorated with pink and purple velvet, brocade, and glass jewels, creating a miniature palace that viewers glimpsed during magical sequences. The bottle interior set was built on a soundstage, reachable only by an 8-foot ladder for filming intimate scenes. Attention to detail created believable magic in the smallest spaces. Fact 12. Evil Genie's plain bottle.
Mom, I'm tired. I want to go. Shut up and stop whining.
Genie's evil twin and other genies had plain or alternate bottle designs, with evil Genie often using an unpainted Jim Beam decanter that emphasized her malevolent nature through stark simplicity. Visual storytelling used ornamentation versus plainness to communicate character alignment instantly. Sometimes less decoration signals more danger in fantasy worlds. Fact 13. The brunette battle.
Your splendid title.
Oh, thank you, too.
For what, Master?
Producers originally wanted a brunette Genie to avoid confusion with Bewitched's blonde Samantha, but Barbara Eden refused to dye her iconic hair. They compromised by creating an evil brunette twin in a green outfit, turning casting conflict into storytelling opportunity. Creative solutions often emerge from resolving behind-the-scenes disagreements through character development. Fact 14. Larry Hagman's hidden struggle.
Well, good luck, Tony, and look, do a good job, huh? When we use this flying mattress to scoot along the surface of the moon,
Larry Hagman suffered severe anxiety and alcohol addiction during filming, with Barbara Eden revealing his daily routine included champagne, marijuana, and pills. He later needed a liver transplant in the 1990s and once had a complete breakdown involving crying, vomiting, and worse simultaneously. Behind every charming performance can lurk genuine human suffering. Fact 15. The LSD therapy experiment.
Would you explain your theory about breastfeeding?
Hagman tried therapy and LSD to treat his anxiety, exploring every available option to manage his mental health while maintaining his television career. His willingness to experiment with unconventional treatments reflected the desperate lengths actors sometimes go to maintain their professional obligations. Healing journeys often require extraordinary measures and courage. Fact 16. Bill Daly's dyslexic improvisation.
You going bowling with us tonight?
Oh, I can't, Roger. Jeannie expects me to be with her every minute.
Bill Daly was dyslexic and improvised many of his lines as Roger, turning a learning disability into comedic advantage through spontaneous creativity. His natural humor emerged from adapting to script challenges rather than memorizing written dialogue perfectly. Sometimes limitations force innovations that enhance rather than hinder artistic performance. Fact 17. Barbara's lion comfort.
Jeannie, why did you turn that boy's mother into a goose?
Barbara Eden once worked alongside a real lion for an episode and was surprisingly comfortable with the dangerous big cat, showing no fear during their scenes together. Her calm professionalism with unpredictable animals demonstrated the unexpected skills television actors must develop. Courage becomes routine when your job regularly involves genuinely risky situations. Fact 18. The pregnancy cover-up.
That is better. Major Anthony Nelson.
Barbara Eden was pregnant during most of season 1, with production carefully hiding her baby bump through strategic props, creative camera angles, and even stuffing towels under her costume. They maintained the illusion of Genie's magical figure while accommodating natural biological changes. Professional dedication sometimes requires elaborate deceptions to serve the story. Fact 19. The forbidden navel.
Spent a lot of time on that. Hey, you know, I think we can work out our problems by...
Even after pregnancy, shots had to hide Barbara's navel because censors considered belly buttons too risque for primetime television. Genie's pants were always pulled high to cover her stomach, creating an iconic costume silhouette from censorship requirements. Moral restrictions often accidentally create distinctive visual elements that define entire characters. Fact 20. The bedroom battle.
Because every time somebody spanks me, I set fire to something.
NBC censors forbade Jeannie's bottle from being in Tony's bedroom, and if she smoked out inside the bedroom, the door had to stay open. Jeannie and Tony were rarely shown in bed together and never touching when they were. Sexual propriety shaped storytelling through strict content limitations that seem absurd today. Fact 21, the signature pose.
Yes, Master, I'm interested in all those things.
Jeannie's blink and arms crossed pose became her magical signature, with Barbara Eden perfecting the gesture that would define Genie magic for generations. The simple physical action created instant visual shorthand for supernatural power that viewers recognized immediately. Sometimes the most effective special effects are elegant human movements rather than elaborate technical wizardry. Fact 22, smoke effects evolution.
I cannot stand to hear people treat children like that.
In black and white episodes, smoke was created with dry ice and fans, but color episodes used tinted lights and animation overlays for more spectacular effects. The transition from practical to enhanced effects reflected television's technical evolution during the series' run. Advancing technology allowed magical storytelling to become more visually sophisticated over time. Fact 23, the laundry wire act.
Master, he is not that bad. Do you know what I would do with him?
Self-folding laundry scenes used puppet wires manipulated from overhead positions, with crew members carefully orchestrating fabric movements to create the illusion of magical housework. Domestic magic required precise technical coordination hidden from camera view. The most mundane magical moments often demanded the most complex behind-the-scenes choreography. Fact 24, pants shrinking smoke.
Well, what is a shame, Master?
Oh, one of our best astronauts, Sam Marcus, just got himself in a lot of trouble.
How?
Special effects smoke sometimes accidentally shrank Barbara's pants up to her knees during filming, creating wardrobe malfunctions that required constant vigilance and quick costume changes. Her sharp heels often tore through the delicate fabric like tissue paper, making durability a constant concern. Even magical costumes faced very real physical challenges during production. Fact 25, the bewitched rivalry.
Do you remember what you said in Chapter 13?
I Dream of Jeannie premiered 1 year after Bewitched, immediately creating industry accusations that Genie stole plots and concepts from the established magical sitcom. The rivalry became so intense that both shows featured actresses playing evil look-alike twins, escalating creative competition. Sometimes success breeds imitation, which breeds further innovation through competitive pressure. Fact 26, the double agent writer.
Congratulations! I had no idea that you knew so much about that.
Writer James S. Henderson was fired when producers discovered he was secretly working for both I Dream of Jeannie and Bewitched simultaneously, creating a creative conflict of interest that threatened both productions. His dual loyalty violated industry ethics and created potential legal complications. Professional integrity sometimes requires choosing sides in competitive entertainment battles. Fact 27, the Samantha Chimp jab.
Sam has been trained for this mission, and this mission is going up on schedule.
A chimp named Sam, short for Samantha, appeared in one Genie episode as a deliberate jab at Bewitched's main character, proving that creative rivalry could manifest through subtle character naming choices. The passive-aggressive reference demonstrated how competitive tensions influence storytelling decisions. Sometimes the best insults are hidden in plain sight. Fact 28, the birthday contest.
We got champagne, and we have caviar, and we're gonna have the most beautiful party anybody ever had.
NBC ran a contest asking fans to guess Genie's birthday, engaging viewers in the show's mythology while creating promotional buzz around the character's mysterious origins. Later contests included guessing safe combinations in specific episodes, with producers not deciding winning answers until right before reveals. Interactive entertainment required improvised solutions to maintain audience engagement. Fact 29, the marriage nobody wanted.
Every time an astronaut writes anything, he's got to clear it through NASA.
The network forced Tony and Genie's marriage in season 5 against the wishes of both Barbara Eden and creator Sidney Sheldon, who believed it would destroy the show's romantic tension. The decision broke established lore when Genie was photographed, despite supposedly being invisible in pictures. Sometimes network executives make creative decisions that satisfy no one. Fact 30, the fake wedding publicity.
I'm a psychiatrist, and I'm staking my reputation that this book was not written by a bachelor.
NBC staged a fake wedding publicity stunt a week before the actual wedding episode aired, creating media attention while revealing how desperate networks become when ratings decline. The elaborate promotional campaign couldn't save a storyline that fans universally hated and that contributed to the series' cancellation. Marketing spectacle can't fix fundamental creative mistakes. Fact 31, the Elvis connection.
Now, why don't you go out there and build it?
That's kid stuff.
Barbara Eden co-starred with Elvis Presley in Flaming Star 1960, praising his emotional honesty as an actor and becoming friends who shared body image struggles and relationship advice. She even counseled Elvis about his relationship with Priscilla, showing how professional connections can become personal friendships. Great performers often recognize and support each other across different entertainment mediums. Fact 32, the Dallas reunion.
Yeah, I read. I don't have time to read. My whole life is going down the drain.
Larry Hagman and Barbara Eden reunited years later in Dallas, with Hagman jokingly telling her, "You look familiar," referencing their shared television history through playful recognition. Their friendship survived both career changes and Hagman's personal struggles, proving that genuine connections transcend individual projects. Professional relationships can evolve into lasting personal bonds through mutual respect. Fact 33, the ageless costume.
I certainly owe you an apology, Major Nelson. How in the world did you ever do it?
Barbara Eden, even in her 80s, could still fit into the original Genie costume, maintaining her figure through weights, sit-ups, and cycling, despite later knee surgery limitations. Her dedication to physical fitness preserved both her health and her connection to the iconic character. Longevity requires consistent effort rather than magical solutions. Fact 34, the black and white transition.
If you use magic on those children...
Oh, but I did not. I did not. All I did was bring them together.
I Dream of Jeannie was one of NBC's last shows to transition from black and white to color, with the first 30 episodes in monochrome and the remaining 109 in full color. The transition reflected television's technological evolution during the show's production period. Visual advancement enhanced storytelling possibilities while preserving the essential character relationships that made the show successful. Fact 35, the lost pilot scenes.
The whole world's wondering where you are right now.
Well, I'm kind of wondering myself, where am I?
Well,
The pilot episode, The Lady in the Bottle, had extra scenes cut from broadcast that provided additional character development and backstory never seen by television audiences. These deleted moments contained information that would have changed viewers' understanding of the central relationship. Sometimes the most important storytelling happens in scenes that never make it to air. Fact 36, the vanishing fiancé.
But that's a girl. It's a girl.
Tony's fiancée, Melissa Stone, appeared in the pilot episode and was then never mentioned again, creating a narrative discontinuity that suggests early creative uncertainty about character relationships. Her disappearance allowed the Tony-Genie dynamic to develop without romantic competition from established relationships. Sometimes the best creative decisions involve eliminating characters that limit storytelling possibilities. Fact 37, the changing Genie origin.
Well, I am normal, absolutely normal. There's no girl in the bottle.
Dr. Bellows and I both think.
Genie's backstory changed during the series. Initially, she was described as a mortal turned into a genie, but later episodes established that she had always been a genie. This mythological inconsistency reflected evolving creative decisions about character depth and supernatural rules. Successful fantasy requires flexible mythology that can adapt to storytelling needs. Fact 38, the universal Genie name.
Tony, there are certain things that are expected of Melissa's husband.
Yes, sir, I know.
All female genies in the series were named Genie, creating a species-wide naming convention that simplified character relationships while suggesting a magical cultural tradition. This naming rule eliminated confusion while establishing consistent world-building logic that viewers could understand and remember. Simplicity often enhances rather than limits creative possibility. Fact 39, the Blue Djinn rival.
Let's go get your bottle and take it down to the beach.
The Blue Djinn was introduced as a rival genie character who challenged Genie's powers and relationships, adding supernatural conflict beyond the usual mortal world complications. His appearance expanded the show's magical universe while creating dramatic tension through otherworldly competition. Fantasy storytelling benefits from supernatural antagonists who understand the rules of magic. Fact 40, the single camera innovation.
I'm sorry, Genie, you have got to go. I want you to get on your magic carpet or however you travel.
The show used single camera filming rather than the multi-camera sitcom style common at the time, allowing for more cinematic storytelling and location shooting that enhanced production values. This technical choice required more time and money, but created visual quality that distinguished the series from other comedies. Technical innovations often require financial investments that pay dividends in artistic quality. Fact 41, the California mountains mistake.
A beautiful girl on a desert island, a girl who would do anything for you.
Outdoor shots often betrayed California's distinctive mountains instead of Florida's flat beaches, creating geographic inconsistencies that sharp-eyed viewers noticed despite careful location scouting attempts. The landscape differences revealed budget limitations while adding unintentional humor for observant fans. Even the most careful productions occasionally reveal their true filming locations through environmental details. Fact 42, the syndication success.
And I suppose I was dizzy, and that in combination with the lack of oxygen and worry and...
Syndicated reruns sometimes outperformed current primetime shows in ratings, proving that I Dream of Jeannie had lasting appeal beyond its original broadcast run. The show's second life in syndication reached new audiences who discovered its charm decades after production ended. Great television transcends its original time slot to find eternal audiences through reruns. Fact 43, Barbara's beauty queen passed
All right, look, forget about the airplane.
Barbara Eden was Miss San Francisco in 1951, bringing pageant experience and poise to her television performances while understanding the entertainment industry's emphasis on physical appearance and presentation skills. Her beauty queen background prepared her for the visual demands of television stardom. Early competitions often provide training for later professional challenges. Fact 44, the pre-Genie television work.
Up to a point, but...
Before Genie, Barbara Eden appeared in I Love Lucy, Perry Mason, Gunsmoke, and The Andy Griffith Show, building television experience across multiple genres that prepared her for leading lady responsibilities. Her diverse guest appearances demonstrated versatility and professionalism that casting directors recognized and remembered. Consistent work in smaller roles often leads to breakthrough opportunities. Fact 45, the unpredictable animal cast.
Birds, I smell smoke. Oh, wonderful. Oh, well.
The cast occasionally worked with unpredictable live animals, including chimps and lions, requiring actors to maintain performance quality while managing genuine safety concerns from uncontrolled animal behavior. Professional dedication sometimes involves accepting real physical risks for entertainment authenticity. Working with animals tests actors' adaptability and courage in unexpected ways. Fact 46, Sam the biting chimp.
Hello? I don't think we'll ever get this place back together again.
A real chimp named Sam bit crew members multiple times during production, creating workplace hazards that insurance companies and union representatives had to address through additional safety protocols. Animal performers brought authenticity at the cost of unpredictable behavior that endangered human cast and crew. Entertainment value sometimes requires accepting calculated risks from non-human performers. Fact 47, Larry's creative conflicts.
That one was my fiancé.
Thou art kidding.
No, just a minute, young lady.
Larry Hagman sometimes clashed with producers over scripts and direction, using his growing influence as the show's male lead to push for creative changes that better served his character development. His advocacy for improved writing reflected professional growth and artistic ambition beyond simple contract fulfillment. Lead actors often become unofficial creative collaborators through persistent quality advocacy. Fact 48, the cracking stunt bottle stunt versions often cracked during smoke sequences, requiring multiple backup props and constant replacement to maintain visual continuity throughout action scenes. The practical effects placed physical stress on props that weren't designed for repeated magical transformations. Even magical objects face very real durability challenges during intensive television production. Fact 49, the set that burned.
Well, I certainly hope I didn't carry this too far, General. You really had me worried, Tony.
After the series ended, the entire set was burned down as a common cost-cutting studio practice, destroying the physical spaces where television magic had been created for 5 seasons. This routine destruction eliminated any possibility of future filming while clearing valuable studio space for new productions. Entertainment history often disappears through mundane business decisions rather than dramatic events. Fact 50, the reunion movies.
I wish you'd take my shirt off, Jeannie. No, I mean, I wish you'd put on your own clothes.
Later, reunion movies carried stylized titles like I Dream of Jeannie, 15 years later, and Still Dreaming of Jeannie, attempting to recapture the original's magic while acknowledging the passage of time. These efforts demonstrated both the enduring appeal of the characters and the difficulty of recreating successful chemistry after extended separations. Nostalgia projects face the challenge of matching memories rather than reality. Fact 51, the multiple bottles.
I think it's time that you should go to bed.
I think you're absolutely right.
Approximately 12 different bottles were used during filming to accommodate various technical requirements, stunts, and backup needs when primary props were damaged or unavailable. Each bottle served specific purposes, from close-up beauty shots to smoke effect sequences that required expendable version. Professional television production requires redundancy for every critical visual element. Fact 52. The velvet interior design.
Laugh, laugh, laugh. You're laughing, I'm dying.
The bottle's interior was meticulously decorated with pink and purple velvet, brocade, and glass jewels to create a believable magical palace that justified Jeannie's comfort in her confined magical home. The attention to detail in rarely seen spaces demonstrated the production team's commitment to complete world building. Great fantasy requires consistency even in locations that appear briefly on screen. Fact 53. The 8-foot ladder. Access.
When I get up in the morning, I don't want to see you here. Do you understand that?
The bottle interior set was reachable only by an 8-foot ladder, making filming inside Jeannie's home a physical challenge that required careful choreography and safety precautions for cast and crew. The practical limitations shaped how interior scenes were written and blocked for maximum visual impact. Physical constraints often inspire creative solutions that enhance rather than limit storytelling possibilities. Fact 54. The whiskey decanter transformation.
I mean, when you're engaged to General Stone's daughter, you don't do that in America.
Props. Masters transformed an ordinary 1964 Jim Beam whiskey decanter into television's most recognizable magical artifact through paint, decoration, and creative lighting that disguised its alcoholic origins completely. The transformation demonstrated how skilled craftspeople can reimagine common objects into extraordinary story elements. Creative vision can elevate mundane materials into iconic cultural symbols through artistic modification. Fact 55. The bank vault storage.
Hey, stop! Wait, there's a girl in there.
She must have sneaked past us.
Barbara Eden stored the original hero bottle in a bank vault like a precious family heirloom, treating a television prop with the same security reserved for valuable jewelry and important documents. Her reverence for the object reflected her understanding of its cultural significance beyond its material value. Sometimes television props become personal treasures that represent entire career achievements. Fact 56. The Smithsonian donation.
How are you feeling, Tony? Kind of eager, sir.
Oh, he's a lucky devil. You wouldn't want to sit this one out, would you?
Eden eventually donated the original bottle to the Smithsonian Institution, ensuring its preservation as an artifact of American television history rather than personal memorabilia. The donation recognized the prop's cultural importance beyond individual ownership, making it accessible to future generations of fans and researchers. Great entertainment artifacts belong in museums rather than private collections. Fact 57. The sisters' plain design.
Yeah, look, Jeannie, look what I have. Isn't that pretty? Look. Ooh. See?
Jeannie's sister and other Genies had deliberately plain or alternate bottle designs that emphasized their different personalities and magical power levels through visual hierarchy and decorative choices. The contrast between ornate and simple containers communicated character relationships and supernatural status without requiring dialogue explanation. Visual storytelling uses prop design to establish character dynamics instantly. Fact 58. The green evil costume.
And have him beg you to stay? Oh, believe me, darling.
Evil Genie wore a green outfit instead of pink, using color psychology to signal malevolent intentions while maintaining the essential costume silhouette that viewers associated with Genie magic. The color change provided instant visual communication of character alignment without requiring complex explanation or exposition. Simple design modifications can communicate complex character information. Fact 59. The hair color compromise.
Brains in our family, they really gave you an extra helping. Thank you.
The brunette versus blonde hair conflict was resolved by creating an evil twin character, turning casting disagreement into storytelling opportunity that enriched the show's mythology while satisfying both creative vision and star preferences. The compromise demonstrated how behind-the-scenes conflicts can inspire creative solutions that enhance rather than diminish the final product. Artistic disagreements sometimes produce better results than original concept. Fact 60. The bewitched confusion.
Good morning, Master.
Well, I'm on my way to the base now.
Oh, not without breakfast, Master.
Producers worried about confusion with Bewitched's blonde Samantha, leading to extensive discussions about visual differentiation that ultimately shaped Genie's entire character design and costume choices. The competitive concern influenced fundamental creative decisions about character appearance and magical presentation style. Market competition often drives creative choices that define entire entertainment properties. Fact 61. The daily substance routine.
Today, every day. Listen, if I don't do something about Jeannie, she's going to drive me out of my mind.
Larry Hagman's daily routine included champagne, marijuana, and pills, representing a level of substance use that reflected both personal struggles and the entertainment industry's permissive culture during the 1960s and 1970s. His openness about these issues later helped others understand addiction's impact on professional performance. Personal honesty about substance use can inspire others to seek help. Fact 62. The complete breakdown.
She was turned into a genie when she was a young girl.
Hagman once experienced a complete breakdown involving crying, vomiting, and loss of bodily control simultaneously, demonstrating how anxiety and addiction can manifest in physically overwhelming ways that interrupt professional obligations. His vulnerability about this experience helped destigmatize mental health struggles in the entertainment industry. Sharing difficult personal experiences can help others feel less alone in their struggles. Fact 63. The liver transplant.
Well, I will begin reading it tomorrow, Master.
No, we don't have any time to lose, Jeannie. I'd like you to start reading it right now.
Hagman required a liver transplant in the 1990s as a direct result of his alcohol addiction, showing the long-term physical consequences of substance abuse that continued years after his television success. His medical crisis provided a dramatic reminder that professional achievement doesn't protect against addiction's physical toll. Health consequences often arrive decades after the behaviors that cause. Fact 64. The therapy and LSD.
Jeannie, we discussed this. You're going to do exactly as it says.
But, Master, you would not like it.
Hagman tried both traditional therapy and experimental LSD treatment to address his anxiety, exploring every available option during an era when psychedelic therapy was being seriously researched by medical professionals. His willingness to try unconventional treatments reflected both desperation and openness to innovative solutions. Sometimes healing requires exploring treatments that seem unusual or controversial. Fact 65. The dyslexic improvisation.
When he is at your mercy, torture him. Torture him.
Bill Daly's dyslexia led him to improvise many lines rather than struggle with written dialogue, turning a learning disability into a creative advantage that made his character more spontaneous and naturally funny. His adaptation strategy created memorable moments that wouldn't have existed if he had been able to read scripts traditionally. Learning differences sometimes force innovations that enhance rather than limit creative expression. Fact 66. The Roger character development.
Sorry, Major Healy, but I have to talk to you. I need your advice.
Daly's improvised dialogue, as Roger often stole scenes from the main characters, proving that supporting actors can significantly impact a show's success through creative adaptation to their own limitations and strengths. His natural humor enhanced the series while demonstrating how secondary characters can become fan favorites. Great ensemble shows benefit from every cast member's individual contributions and creative solutions. Fact 67. The Lion episode. Comfort.
You know about it. He doesn't make a move without me.
It is a terrible book.
Barbara Eden's surprising comfort with a real lion during filming demonstrated the unexpected skills television actors must develop, from working with dangerous animals to maintaining composure in genuinely risky situations. Her professionalism with unpredictable creatures showed how entertainment careers require adaptability beyond traditional acting techniques. Television stardom often involves mastering skills that have nothing to do with traditional performance training. Fact 68. The pregnancy towel stuffing.
Jeannie? Hey, where have you been? Now, you and I are going to have a little talk, young lady.
Production staff stuffed towels under Barbara's costume to flatten her pregnancy bump, creating a deception so elaborate that viewers never suspected she was expecting during season 1 filming. The physical discomfort of this concealment method added another layer of difficulty to her already challenging performance requirements. Professional dedication sometimes requires accepting physical discomfort to maintain character consistency and story believability. Fact 69. The strategic prop placement.
I brought you a present.
A gift!
Yeah.
Oh, you are the most generous master I've ever known.
Camera angles and strategic prop placement carefully hid Barbara's pregnancy throughout season 1, requiring constant coordination between directors, cinematographers, and set designers to maintain the illusion of Jeannie's magical figure. The collaborative deception demonstrated how entire production teams work together to solve problems that threaten story continuity. Successful television often depends on invisible problem solving by entire creative teams. Fact 70. The naval censorship.
I mean, it's good for Jeannie's. You have her do exactly what that book says.
Yeah, I tried.
NBC censors considered belly buttons too risque for primetime television, forcing costume designers to pull Jeannie's pants high enough to cover Barbara's navel completely throughout the entire series run. This restriction created the iconic high-waisted look that defined Jeannie's costume silhouette for generations of viewers. Censorship limitations accidentally created distinctive visual elements that became character trademarks. Fact 71. 1, the bedroom door rule.
I'm afraid I am, Master.
No, fine. I feel better already.
When Genie smoked out in Tony's bedroom, the door had to remain open to satisfy network censorship standards about appropriate sexual implications in magical storytelling. The restriction limited intimate scenes while forcing creative solutions for romantic character development within moral guidelines. Content restrictions often require writers to find innovative ways to suggest relationships without explicit depiction. Fact 72, the no touching rule.
Oh, you want me to stop reading it? I am so happy.
I don't want you to stop reading it.
Genie and Tony were rarely shown in bed together and never touching when they were, creating artificial physical distance that maintained network standards while limiting natural relationship development between the central characters. The restriction forced writers to find creative ways to show romantic connection without physical intimacy. Censorship rules often shape character relationships in ways that seem bizarre to modern audiences. Fact 73, the arms crossed magic.
It is a book of tortures that genies do to their masters.
Genie's blink and arms crossed pose became the series' visual signature for magical power, with Barbara Eden perfecting the gesture that would define Genie magic for multiple generations of viewers and imitators. The simple physical action created instant recognition and became a cultural reference point beyond the show itself. Sometimes the most effective special effects are elegant human gestures rather than elaborate technical wizardry. Fact 74, the dry ice smoke.
Look, why don't I borrow her for a year or two, and if it doesn't work out, I'll give her back to you.
Look, can't you be serious?
Black and white episodes used dry ice and fans to create magical smoke effects, while color episodes employed tinted lights and animation overlays for more spectacular visual presentations that took advantage of advancing technology. The evolution from practical to enhanced effects reflected television's rapid technical advancement during the series' production years. Technological progress allows magical storytelling to become more visually sophisticated over time. Fact 75, the puppet wire laundry.
Lovely. These washing machines are truly miracles.
Self-folding laundry scenes required puppet wires manipulated from overhead by crew members who carefully choreographed fabric movements to create convincing domestic magic that looked effortless on screen. The complex coordination needed for simple magical moments demonstrated how much work goes into creating believable fantasy effects. The most mundane magical moments often require the most elaborate behind-the-scenes technical coordination.